Hello everybody, it's me Heather, and today I'm doing a tutorial using the Makeup Revolution Forever Flawless eyeshadow palette in Good Vibes, Chilled Vibes. I love this palette. I've been using it a lot this month. So I'm just recreating a face of the day that I've been using. So I started off by moisturizing my face, and then I'm using the Blowout Cannabis Sativa Face Primer. This is a water-based primer. I love the way this feels. It's enriched with cannabis sativa oil and vitamin E, so it's very hydrating. And then I'm using the Milk Makeup Hydro Grip Eye Primer. I'm using this all over my under eye area as well as on my lids, just because we are going to be using a ton of product on my eye area today. So really just giving that extra layer of moisture and primer is going to help the look more flawless. Now this is the next item in the collection. This is the Makeup Revolution Chilled Lip Scrub Cannabis Sativa Infused Lip Scrub. I actually really like this. You can see I just apply it, rub my lips together, wipe it off, and then I follow up with the Makeup Revolution Chilled Balm Cannabis Sativa Infused Lip Oil. And so while I'm just applying some of my face products here, I'll talk about the lip oil towards the end of the video. So don't worry, I'll come back to it. So my favorite foundation routine right now is multiple products from Milk Makeup. I like to start off with the Sunshine Skin Tint. This is in the shade Golden Honey. I just apply a light layer all over my face, down my neck. I like it because it has SPF 30 in it. It's very lightweight, and it's just an extra layer of foundation to really make my skin look flawless. And also the SPF helps to protect my skin. This I've been using like crazy. I'm obsessed with it. This is the Milk Sunshine Under Eye Tint and Brighten. This is in shade number 3. I put it very liberally under my eyes and even between my eyes to just brighten up my entire eye area. I usually also even put this on my eyelids, but with today's makeup look, I'm going to be using a different product on my eyelids to help with the adhesion of the eyeshadow. So now we're moving on to the actual foundation. This is the Milk Makeup Blur Liquid Matte Foundation. This is in the shade Golden Honey. Now, admittedly, my foundation shades are a little too dark for me now. I've really hidden from the sun this year, so I need to adjust my foundation shades. But overall, I love the formula. This does dry down to a nice matte. But I've used a moisturizer from Shiseido, and I've used the Makeup Revolution Primer. So it still allows my skin to have a bit of a dewy look to it. Whereas if I don't use as much skin prep, this does go fully matte. So now just to set my under eye area and also just to tone down the shine on my face, I'm using my Ellis Foss Glow Down Powder in the shade Medium. I love this powder. It's very finely milled. It's not over pigmented, and it looks like skin. I love powder that when I put it on my skin, it doesn't look like I'm wearing powder. My skin still looks like skin. So I love that about Ellis Foss. Now here's what I'm going to be using on my eyelids today. Instead of using an eyeshadow primer, I'm going to use an eyeshadow base. So this is the MAC Cosmetics Soft Ochre Prolonged Wear Paint Pot. So prolonged wear paint pots, you can use them as just a cream shadow, but we oftentimes will use those as an eyeshadow base. And this is the shade Soft Ochre. The reason I'm using this instead of an eyeshadow primer today is I'm going to be layering multiple different formulations of eyeshadow as well as many different shades of eyeshadow. And sorry, I keep looking away because I'm watching TV while I'm doing this tutorial. But so there you can see it's neutralized the natural pigmentation in my lids, and I'm bringing this very liberally. I'm putting this all over my brow bone where I should have eyebrows, but I don't naturally because I tweezed them to death in the 90s. So now the eyeshadow palette. This is the Makeup Revolution Forever Flawless Chilled Vibes, or Good Vibes Chilled Vibes palette, and there's some swatches for you. So we're starting with the shade Peace. And I'm going to apply this extremely liberally, all over the inner corner of my eye, all the way up the brow bone, even up into where if I had eyebrows growing, they would be growing on the outer ends of my brows. So what I like about this look is this is one of the few looks where I allow myself to not stencil in or draw in any brows. Okay, so now we are taking the shade CBD, and we're going to apply this extremely liberally all over the lids. I love this color. It's a very pastel mint green. And what I love about every shade in this palette is they start off very sheer, and you can really build up the pigmentation. And that's why I decided to use the paint pot today, because I'm going to be layering so many colors that I just need that extra layer for the color to be able to grab onto, because I'm layering so many colors. So now I'm taking the shade Energy, which is the darkest matte shade in the palette. It's a matte chocolate brown. I apply it very liberally. I'm applying everything in this look very liberally. And as you can see, I lined under my eye. I brought it all the way up to my natural crease. I'm bringing it into my crease, and I'm even bringing it up the crease. So now I am taking the shade Frequency, excuse me. I'm taking the shade Frequency, and I'm blending that into Energy to help blend that out into Peace. I love the names of these shadows, the way I'm talking right now. I'm blending Energy into Peace using Frequency, but you can see how this really blends really beautifully. It really blended out that hard line, so we have a nicer transition from the darker shades into the brighter shades. So we're just doing that. And I like to go back and always retouch other colors that get a little covered up or their lines get disturbed from me applying the other colors. So I'm just going back in with CBD to fix that. Now we're going to take the shade Moment. This is a cream, like basically a cream shadow. That's what's sometimes challenging about Makeup Revolution palettes, is they have all these different formulations of shadows. So they have powders, they have pressed glitters, they have, cream shadows, and they're just all in there. And it's all trial and error figuring out what's what. So now I'm taking the shade Truth, and this is another one that has more of a creamy texture to it that doesn't pick up on brushes, but it picks up on your finger. And I'm just applying that all over my lid on top of CBD. So what I love about this look is just all the layering of the different colors and how it fuses into one look. I also love that I can layer all these different shades in the palette, and it never looks muddy. They still retain this like distinct shade to them that just helps to amplify and elevate the look. And then I'm just going in and cleaning up some of the edges again, just blending out some of the shades. Now I'm taking Release. This is a pressed glitter, and it is self-adhesive. So you can literally just pick it up with your finger and then you tap it on your lid, and I'm tapping it all over. So you can see I've already layered multiple eyeshadows on top of each other. Now for the eyeliner. This is the Natasha Denona Macro Tech Eye Crayon in the color Brown. Another thing I love about this look is I think the brown mixed with the green really elevates it. Now I'm going to pop on some lashes. These are Pink Zio, and this is the style Swanky Barbie. And I'm going to use my Duo Adhesive in White Clear. Now I'm taking a Natasha Denona gel liner, also in brown, but I'm not using it to line my eyes per se. I just want to help the lashes blend in with my eyes. So only on the very inner corners, where oftentimes you can see the disconnect between the lashes and your natural lash line, I'm just putting a nice brown line to disguise that open area. And I'm going to blend my natural lashes in with the waterproof mascara from this collection, the Blowout High Volume Waterproof Mascara, which is really excellent, by the way. And of course, my good old NARS matte bronzer in the shade Laguna. I love this. I will always have one of these in my collection. It's just a great way to warm up my complexion. So I'm not contouring per se, because this is a bronzer. It's a very warm toned. But as you can see, I'm applying it on the strategic areas, in the hollows of my cheeks, on my brow bones, a little bit on my forehead, even on the undersides of my chin, on the sides of my nose. It just adds this warmth and dimension to my face, and I absolutely love it. And now one of the last items that we're using, this is the NYX highlighter in Gold Brick. This is a limited edition item. I apply it on the bridge of my nose, on my Cupid's bow, a little bit on my chin, and then I apply it like I would apply a blush, actually. I'm putting it right on the apples of my cheeks and bringing it up my cheekbone and then up into my brow bone area. So obviously this will not be for everyone. I have very enlarged pores, but somehow it just works for this look. And then I'm going back in one more time with the Makeup Revolution Chilled Balm Cannabis Sativa Infused Lip Oil. This is so thick, so moisturizing, so glossy, and it has cannabis sativa oil in it, so it's just super moisturizing. So I hope you enjoyed the video. Here's just a sped up version of the entire tutorial in 1 minute. If you like really short tutorials like these that you can watch in 1 minute, just follow me on Instagram at HeatheringKing, and make sure you like and subscribe. That really helps me out. Leave comments and questions down below. I love it when you guys interact with me. And that is it. So I'll be doing more videos like these in the future. If you like the voiceover, let me know. Let me know what you would like to see in future videos. And thank you guys so much for watching. That is it for now, and I'll see you guys in the next video.